Hey everybody, Steve here, and welcome to day 12 of my journey into crypto. And I'm getting really close to the point where I can actually start withdrawing my funds from Binance. I'm at the less than 1 day mark, and I was hoping to include that in this video, but it's still not available to me. But I'm going to share with you what I have done in between yesterday and today in order to prepare for this. And this is actually going to be pretty helpful. It was really helpful for me to get this all written down in a way that I could explain it and communicate it, because it's really starting to click with me how to move things around and the advantages you get by being able to swap one type of token for another and understanding how the ecosystem works with that regard. So let's get into it. Today was all about transactions on chain. My goal was to be able to do a transaction. I have one planned out, but I tested it already and it failed. So I'm redoing this recording, but I'll lead you to the point about what I did to prepare. So here we go. The first thing is I really want to get in clear my mind about what I needed to know about networks and moving tokens around. And I keep seeing this warning out there that says, never move a token or a coin from one network to a different type of network. You will lose that asset. And I was wondering, how do you know? And it was something that was kind of scary to me. It just made it seem risky, and it made me worried because you can legitimately lose that currency. When I started reading into it, it started to make a lot of sense. So here's how I am understanding it. On the right side here, I've got three different networks. I've got Binance Smart Chain. The abbreviations are BSC. I've got BEP2, which is the original Binance chain. And then I've got ERC20, which is used interchangeably with Ethereum mainnet, which is what they call the main network. So there are a lot of terms thrown around and a lot of big words. So you'll see a lot of the time that there are acronyms, and I'm starting to get comfortable with the acronyms. These two here, Binance created a chain, and this is the first one. The Binance chain is what it is called, and then abbreviated BEP2. They created that as a way to conduct some transactions off the Ethereum network because Ethereum was so expensive for transaction fees. And then there were some shortfalls in that network, so they created the Binance Smart Chain, which is called BSC. And it's Smart Chain because it can actually do things like handle not only just transactions of currencies, but it can also do some smart things like contracts. So that's why they use the word Smart Chain. And that's what's novel about Ethereum too, because it can do things with contracts. So anyway, you can send, in this case, this top example, if you have a BNB token, which I do right now on Binance, I have BNB tokens, I can send those over using the BSC Smart Chain to a wallet. And I've got my MetaMask wallet connected to the BSC Smart Chain. So I showed that in a video previously. You can also send BNB tokens over to a wallet over the Binance chain. I do not have my MetaMask connected to the Binance chain. I don't think MetaMask supports that network. So that's a key thing there. If you have Ethereum in your central exchange account, you can withdraw some of that and move it over the Ethereum mainnet into a wallet. And that's going to be expensive because you'll have some gas fees. So one thing you cannot do is you cannot send, let's take BNB. You cannot send BNB to a wallet that's only connected to the Ethereum mainnet. You can't make this transition using the Binance Smart Chain. So if I went into the interface and selected Binance Smart Chain and put a wallet address that was only connected to an Ethereum mainnet, I would lose that. I would lose all the assets in that transaction. Now, fortunately, Binance has got enough logic in their interface that they'll warn you most of the time, I found out, but there are ways to do these manually. So there's no protections if you do it manually. So you really do need to know what you're doing. Okay, moving on. Transaction fees. So then another thing that's really starting to make sense in my mind, gas fees are paid with the native currency of that network that they're on. So for example, if I'm on Binance, on the central exchange, I can pay the transaction fees using BNB. And if I do transactions on the Binance Smart Chain with a wallet that's connected to it using BNB, I can also pay for the fees with BNB. So that's one of the original reasons they created the first Binance chain. Also, there's a network called Polygon, and they have the coin called Matic. So you can use Matic to pay for fees on the Polygon network. And obviously, if you have Ether or ETH, that pays for the fees on Ethereum. So here is an example how that all starts to come together. When I was first looking to buy an NFT, I went to OpenSea.io, which is a marketplace where you can buy an NFT. And all of the NFTs are priced in Ethereum. And they show it in US dollars as a conversion, but you're buying with Ethereum currency. Now, if you buy an NFT using Ethereum currency on the Ethereum network, you're going to pay for the NFT asset that you're buying. So let's just say that's $20. So you can pay $20 to buy that NFT, and you're going to pay gas fees, which are the transaction fees. You're going to pay that in Ethereum as well. Because that network is so congested and so big that the fees are a lot. And so that those fees could be $5, $10, $15 for that purchase that you're buying. So in the end, you're paying the equivalent of $35. So it's very expensive. Now, what Polygon has done is their network supports purchasing things on the OpenSea.io network using Matic to pay for the fees. Now, what you have to do in this case is you have to take Ethereum, the currency, and move it over to the Polygon network. So you have to move it from the Ethereum network to Polygon. And if you recall, I just mentioned that you can't move it from one network to another, but there's a device called a bridge, which allows you to do that. So you would use the Polygon bridge to move or migrate a certain number of Ethereum assets over to the Polygon network. And there are Ethereum fees when that happens, but once you pay those fees the first time, all your Ethereum coins and assets now live on the Polygon network. So now I can go buy the NFT, and let's use the same example. If the NFT is $20, I pay for that asset, but the transaction fee is only a fraction of the total assets. So it might be 5 cents, something like that. So that's the benefit of using a different network to do the transaction, even though the currency that you're using happens to be Ethereum in this case. I hope that example makes sense. In my preparation for doing my first transaction off of Binance, I have a new wallet, and you might ask, why am I getting a new wallet? I'll explain it right here. For this exercise, I needed a wallet that supported multiple networks. So not just the Ethereum network, I wanted a wallet that supported multiple of them. And it has an option for converting things that I sent over using the Binance chain into Binance Smart Chain. So I can send BNB tokens over the Binance chain. And once it's over a Smart Wallet, I can convert them to BNB tokens on Smart Chain. You ask, why would I do that? I'll explain that in a moment. They also have a ton of good features for swap exchange, so you can do some conversions. And also, I just wanted to practice. One thing to note here is this wallet is only available on smartphones as an app. So that's one of the benefits from using MetaMask, is that they have a Chrome extension that works with your browser. So you can do everything on your computer if that's where you're at. In this case, I have to do everything on my app. So I have to get the wallet address off of my app and onto my computer. So that's just one downside of this wallet. But again, it's the same exact setup as when I set up the MetaMask wallet. So I didn't go through the setup of this because it is almost identical. You basically create a new wallet, and they're going to give you that recovery phrase that you keep secret, and you put it somewhere where nobody else knows. And once you have that, you have your wallet. Now, here's the real reason for why I want this wallet for right now is it provides some redundancy for networks. So today in Binance, when I was going through and prepping for the transaction, you'll see over here is when I wanted to transfer some BNB assets over to a wallet that's on the chain, the Binance Smart Chain network is not available. It's been unavailable throughout the entire day. And it's not the first time this has happened. I read online, I looked into some forums, and this has happened many times throughout. So it's a factor of life that we have to consider, that a network may go down or an interface to that network may go down. We don't control this. And because it's decentralized to all these things, that's part of living and operating in crypto. It's good to know how else can I move my money around. In this case, when I'm able to move assets out of Binance, my goal is I'm going to use the BEP2 network to do it. So I'll send some BNB assets over this network, the BEP2 network, over to my Trust wallet. Once I get it there, I should be able to convert those coins that have been tokenized on the BEP2 network. I should be able to convert those into Binance Smart Chain network. And that's what I have down here. So that will be the next step when I'm able to start withdrawing funds. And like I said, I've got less than a day. So I'll share that with you when I get there. So I hope this was informative and helps make some sense. It certainly was for me. And I know that now that I've got this kind of cemented in my head, when I start to do some transactions, it's going to start making a lot more sense and it'll start to become a lot easier. All right. Take care. I'll see you next time.